The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you. Or wonders they say shall never cease to happen. Reports indicate that a delegation from the FLA, the so-called Front for the Liberation of Azawad, has arrived in Lomé, Togo. Let us be clear. These are TTO, hired by a French Algeria coalition to plunder the natural wealth of northern Mali. And we must ask, under what title is Lomé receiving them? On whose behalf do they even speak? There has never been a referendum in northern Mali mandating these people to represent anyone. They are the minority of a minority, yet they dare to claim 2/3 of Malian territory. They are going to Lomé to attempt negotiations, but negotiate what? Discuss what? These people are there, and they are taking this on civilians, and even on the Malian military. So if citizens took up this in France or any European capital, would these countries ever accept a mediator to sit down and discuss terms with them? Absolutely not. What you do not accept at home, do not ask us to accept here. Mali is not ready to negotiate. This war was imposed on them, and the countries of the alliance of AES, Sahel states, are responding with total force. The very existence of these T groups violates UN Security Council Resolution 1373.
25 April. Receive our greetings as usual. 25 April. Africa Day is... Moreover, on this occasion that we learn through several media, in most cases, the Western media, the propaganda media, since it is the media war, we must respond. That a delegation of flank terrorists, they are the famous terrorists of the Front of Liberation of the Azawad, i.e. terrorists engaged by the Franco-Algerian resources of northern Mali, arrived at the home. According to Libo of Dakar, it is a question of discussing. I say discuss with them. Their designated colleague is not the man. And it's not up to them to ask us to do anything. There is no discussion possible. Them for a long time. The question of to war as to war. Imposed responding. The eastern countries are responding to imposed on us the FLN terrorists. They're present in Bamako. They are armed. Why receive them in some capitals? For us, it is a way to recognize this international terrorism because people plundering the basin of Taoudeni, which is very rich in oil. Go search. Of Taoudeni, the Mali. Main oil basins. Malian territory. Finds itself on its in the 5 oil basins. Shore of Nara is where Mauritania is its development, but it is the young French. Why try of serious negotiation? People who have taken weapons, who came to shoot civilians on Malian military, are people who take weapons? If there are ever in France there, capital there they live, will a European country accept? Who is eliminated, we will. What you don't accept. Same thing. We are not ready. You are no more humans. Now, it does not fit me with the image. Perhaps receive leaders with whom we may be. Here they are, if it, and others we can understand. But the terrorists of Yemen there, in what capacity you receive them? Because we even said the terrorists about humanitarian law. Malians twist. I say, but you there. Your very existence violates. And Resolution 1373 of the UN Security Council. You must not exist. Terrorism must be fought by all means. So that terrorism is there, and that's all it is already. With Al-Qaeda, it is the same groups. And Resolution 1323, I put in conditional, would have hit the United States on September 11th. And this resolution was made to track down, and mainly or it is Al-Qaeda itself. And you come and ask yourself to discuss, without violation of all resolutions, in what capacity even to receive them, in what capacity. Who they are, they speak in the name of desert north of the Mali, where we sent these people, okay? Look for this in our name. They say they are the minority of a minority, which they ask for evil, is 2/3 of Malian territory. Minority the Mali, which has several dozen communities. Mali is a nation, a 1,000-year-old nation. The Mali has more than dozens of communities. How is it? A single community is not a community, but the minority of a community rises. Pour dire bon, okay, half of the Malian territory. In fact, the claimed party claimed, or what the claimed part corresponds mainly to the part. The richest rush in Mali, where there is much wealth. The richest part of it's in fact, it's international banditry. It is organized. They supported by some countries, some European capitals. I do not know the authorities in Mali. Launch international man. Tell all those people, whether we stop them or not, if they don't stop them, and also when their strange elements will show up here. That is very clear. They go to the Togo, I said, even there it violates. Tell me that we treat them as terrorists, it violates. It is not up to others to say who. In our country, it is up to us at home. It is up to the Chinese to know who. It is up to the at home. We have at least that right to know. In our country, that is. We talk, you have not seen CES? These criminals there slapping a child simply because he refuses to say the word his mother. They are barbarians without faith or law. How many women were raped when they set foot? To quit him, it would tell you. We receive criminals. See the reason. The reasons, even requires receipt. Who even send them to schedule the appointment? Everything is the young French girl. It is strong summary. You have to get away from this story. Here you really go. You have to get away from this. It's been a long. Understand how the young French girl tries to use you. To approach the East. Understand all this. By grace, you move away from this. Family. Urgent, urgent. Please share massively the video. Non. It is necessary to see to believe. LAFL asked Fognasimbe yes to mediate. That is to say, the FDRF sent someone. To the granny to see the Togolese president in order to be able to trigger a negotiation between Mali and the terrorists. Who will believe in this? Wallah Bilal, you have to think. We don't even need to think. C'est la France? Because the balls of the imperialist are in the mouth of the wolf. To Kidal. These people are trapped in Kidal. France was trapped by the same alien. Algeria was trapped by LALA, same alien. These imperialists were trapped by the same alien. So the balls of the imperialist are in the mouth of the wolf. They don't know what to do. Effect there. My eye. Which wants to die, yes? Because French mercenaries, including other Ukrainians, or what are blocked in Kidal, and we are pounding Kidal. They don't know what to do. They recognize a Cloa and humanitarian. They look for ways and means to escape. But the same Malian, an informed man, is worth two. You know why? Because if they ever succeed in having an opening, they will get ready again to come. No, that's it. It's over. It's an open prison until the strikes end, or the family will finish them. Wallah billah. War is a strategy, yes. A well-developed strategy. In the war is a real war, yes, a good trap. We are as we want with Foko. It's us kids, hey in our head. As many kingdoms everywhere. Where the Bambara kingdom of Segu passes, he takes the victory. It was not something else. They were war plans. They don't know that, no. Humanity, yes. Mali is the cradle of humanity, the cradle of the knowledge. The cradle of knowledge, the cradle of science, the cradle of everything. Yes, today, Mali has proven to the whole world that, no, it's a real school. 12,000 men came to be trapped by the Malian army. To kill, I swear. So the balls of France are in the mouth of the caiman of the wolf. So Macron does not know how to do. So he's looking to find someone to do the negotiation. And you have to assume, well, she has a better person for that. So he can't come to his name. So it advances the name of FL. Fell my eye. Macron, you will go to them. Your mercenaries will perish in Kidal. Kidal is another story, yes.
They operate hand in hand with Al-Qaeda. They are the exact same group, yet they want to talk to people about human rights. It is absolute international bandy, you understand? It's amazing, oh. Like, I am shocked. So now, what are they going to talk about? That they should allow them to have access to the northern Mali, where they can control, because we know majority of the wealth of Mali is in that part, where they want to control. So that Mali will now be left with what? The small group. Because what they are pushing for is to divide the country into two, where they will control where the wealth is, majority of it is. The few people want to take control of it. They are making it look as if it is a tribal division or something. But you know what the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina have been saying, especially the Malian president, are all in all the savior, the protector, the unifier, the messiah, the king of kings, the most loved, General Assimi Goïta, talking about how people are pushing these so that they can take control over the resources. You know, they are always interested in the resources of Africa. However they will do and get it, they do not care. But the problem is the African who haven't understood the games that are being played on us. That we are the ones that are allowing our life, our resources, our future, our generations to suffer. Because these international, they don't come here to be working directly. They use the African. And Togo, we are seeing how Togo is coming closer to the AES, giving access to ports. And people are saying that the way Togo is allowing these people to use it as a mediator, like, is AES safe? How do you give your platform to these people to come and sit down there, go and negotiate with the Malian army so that we can have things are happening, oh. It's like people are no longer hiding. People are no longer hiding. But Africans, we need to understand that we are the only ones that can take control over our destiny. We have the right to change whatever that is happening here. What we cannot go and ask people to do outside of Africa is what we allow people to come and use us to do. They never expected things to go this far. You saw the press release I showed you. You saw where they call for help, that the way they are doing on them, it is not good. It is against, and we are having them have platforms to go. It's amazing, the way things are unfolding today in Africa. The way things are unfolding in Africa is amazing. With all this, we still have people pointing fingers at the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, making it look as if it's because they have decided to be under military rule. That's why all these activities are happening. With all the evidence that we have, we are not seeing the other leaders who are the true Pan-Africans coming out to condemn, to help their brothers and sisters fight against these things. And we know how these things originated. That was when they were trying to take out Muammar Gaddafi. And what they planted in Libya has germinated and is spreading. Yet, you don't have these leaders in Africa talking about the genesis of this and condemning it and see how they will stop it. But what they are interested in is how the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are trying to do away with this thing, calling them back to democratic rule. What matters is democracy in Africa, not any other thing. We have a long way to go. And it's so sad. We'll continue to monitor the situation and see how things will end. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's colonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa, West Africa, and in Togo.